conference.
Jurgen, just two separate parts to this first one. It's because of what Jeannie's just said. Then he's been pretty strong in his feelings about what happened at the weekend with regards to Virgil. He said Everton take it way too far. Accidents can happen, but the way they were doing it is unacceptable, and it makes it harder that they don't get punished. Is that something that you agree with as well? And separate to that, does the injury to Virgil mean that you have to look at getting extra covering in January for him?
Look, we have different problems. One is that you have obviously always the easiest job to do. So you judge us, you judge everybody. A couple of days ago, something happened which for sure should not have happened in a football game. And it happened not the first time. Obviously, will probably not happen the last time. But yes, I see it similar to my players. It was both challenges were difficult to accept. Let me say it like this. But it's not to change anymore. So what we all can do is try to change these kind of things. I spoke the day after, and it's really hard for us because Virgil is our boy, and it has nothing to do with the quality of Virgil. Because yes, he's a world-class player, and we will miss him, but we miss Oxley as well. And injuries happen in football, and in very often in challenges, but very often just both players try to play the ball. That was not the case in these two challenges, and it makes it so different. It makes it so difficult to take. In the last 4 years, if you might have a look, we were the leader of the fair play table. Means we don't get anything for that. It's often enough something where people make a joke about it and say, "Oh, well, we are in that table up there, but not in the real table." We were in both tables pretty high. That means you can play football without these kind of challenges. In this game, there came a few things together. Obviously, that first, and I have to say, the first the ref doesn't see it. So it's in this case Michael Oliver that didn't see it, which is an excellent referee usually. But why he didn't see it, I don't understand, because he had the best view. And then the VR forgets the rules. As a human being, it's all about that. It's not that I want to that the Everton players or whoever player is punished, but I think it's something we have to we all agreed on. If you do something wrong, you have to deal with the consequences. In this moment, it's only one person who deals with the consequences. Two persons, sorry. Virgil van Dijk and Thiago Alcantara. And all the rest is going on just like this. And that's difficult. I wouldn't have spoken about it. So if you don't ask me, because you keep all these stories up, you not you personally, but you personally as well. So you keep all these stories up. I'm here because of the Champions League game, and I want to be focused on the Champions League game. But you ask these questions, and now everybody will judge us. But because we don't deal in the right way with it. But we did nothing wrong in the game. I don't think we did anything wrong since then. But we are still, not we as well, but mostly our players are still the ones who suffer of it, and that doesn't feel right. And it's not easy to deal with these kind of things. Again, we all accepted that injuries can happen, but it should be in a normal challenge.
Very different question now, Jurgen, as well, and given that it is related to European competition as well, we've seen reports today that discussions have taken place about the formation potentially of a European Premier League. Liverpool and Manchester United, for instance, have been involved in those discussions. How do you feel as manager about a European Premier League possibly replacing the Champions League?
I had absolutely no time to think about it. I'm not involved in this. I have no idea about it, to be 100% honest. I'm here. I deal with the daily stuff. So if you think now I'm in these things as well, then I don't have to disappoint you. I'm not. I have no idea. I'm here today, prepare the game against Ajax and deal with all the daily stuff. But about the other things, I can't say anything. Sorry.
Juliet, over to you. One question, please, Jules.
Jurgen, just going back then to
what you said, to follow on to what you said to Vinny about VAR forgets the rules. I know that you were seeking a response to your request of a review into the application of VAR from that game at Goodison Park. Have you received that then, or when do you expect to receive that?
Did I expect that?
The club more, I think.
The club. Sorry.
No, nobody. No, I don't expect anything. No, but I didn't. It didn't come through to me. If there anything came back. Nope.
Okay, Jules. We'll go to Carl Markham next, and after Carl Markham, we'll go to Dave Maddock, and then we have got some of the local journalists as well. Carl.
Hi, Jurgen. It's just to follow up on Vinny's part two of his first question, which was, you went into this season with 3 centre-backs and Fabinho as cover. Where does this leave you now in terms of what comes next and what happens in January? Or any thoughts?
Anybody interested in any kind of the game up tomorrow, or do we do that now the whole night? Yes, we went into the season with 3 centre-halves plus Fabinho as a cover plus young kids as cover. That's usually quite a good number. As a football club, it's difficult to have 4 world-class centre-halves where immediately it's on one side pretty expensive, on the other side one of them doesn't play for a long time, and that's pretty difficult because it's not a position you rotate too much, so it's a tricky one. If anybody wants to tell us now we made a mistake in the transfer window and we didn't, I think Jamie Carragher also or whatever, they mentioned already something like this. There are a few reasons why they don't do this job, why they don't do the other job. But you cannot have the solutions always before you have the problem. Yes, it's not perfect, for sure not. Joel Matip is not here as well, so that's not perfect. But that's our situation. We have to deal with it. We will see how we react on it. We are still a little bit sensitive with the situation, which you are obviously not. That's exactly the situation why we are in a moment in a completely different mood to you. You only, the first question people ask are, what are you doing now in the transfer market? We know since yesterday that our vice captain and the best centre half in the world is not playing for us for a long time. We will see how long. And now we work on solutions for now, and from a specific moment on, we will try to find solutions for the future, but I have no idea how they will look in this moment. Sorry.
Okay, thanks. Dave, we will come to you, but just to mix it up a little bit, we'll go to Kevin van Noonen. Kevin, who's...
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Kevin. Yes,
right.
fire away.
Well, for a change, I do have a question about tomorrow's match. Jurgen, in a way, do you feel sorry for Ajax? Because Liverpool can strengthen themselves every summer, but Ajax has to rebuild again and again. So it's always David versus Goliath.
No, why should I? Ajax is a top club, and if Ajax would play in England, they have to strengthen every year. But then, and if they play in Holland, to be honest, which is a wonderful league, I love the Dutch league, but it's not exactly the same. They have different difficulties, I would say. So what they can do with their wonderful youth system, they bring through top players, can sell them for a lot of money all over the world, and then the next one is in line already. That's Ajax. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't think anybody has to feel sorry for them. It's a sensational club with an outstanding philosophy, with really a world-class coach and world-class talent. Meanwhile, I think, if I'm right from my what I see from outside, they changed the philosophy slightly. They have now they're bringing more experienced players bring them back if you want, apart from Tadic. I think pretty much all the others played already before that, and mix it up with the you. So they are ambitious and they are top. They were 2 years ago in the semi-final of the Champions League, and they have again. Yes, they lost some players, but they have again a top team in line, and that's there's nothing to feel sorry for. It's just a really good idea to do it the Ajax way.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. And now another question from the Dutch national broadcaster, NOS. You're going to have to speak up because you're a little bit breaking up during Jeannie's question. But NOS, your question to Jurgen.
Yeah, I'm trying to speak a little up. I'm Armand from the NOS. I hope you can hear me, Jurgen. We are very impressed in the Dutch league since this season and actually also last season with the German coaches. We had Frank Wormuth at one of our teams. We have now Thomas Leitch at Vitesse. We have Roger Schmidt at PSV. They're doing a great job. Do you have an explanation why the German coaches are so successful in Holland?
It's really difficult to understand you. What did you
talking about the German coaches working in the Dutch league and how? And do you have an explanation to why they're so successful here?
Oh, first of all, you had to open the door for us. I'm not sure that in all the years it was always possible for German coaches to come to Holland. Want to explain to Dutch people how football is going. I don't think that is very popular in Holland. But you have now how many? Two or three of the two? Roger Schmidt, yes, Frank Wormuth, and what the others?
Thomas Leitch at Vitesse.
Thomas
Leitch, yes. He's doing a great job there, top of the league.
I still didn't understand the name.
Our cameraman knows, sorry. Can you tell us? At
Leitch?
Vitesse.
Good. So, great. I'm too long away from Germany, obviously, that I realized that I played. Frank Wormuth was kind of my teacher when I made the license. Was he involved there already? I'm not sure, but he did the job later, so he knows all about football. And Roger Schmidt is a top coach, which I struggle a lot with when we played against each other. So yeah, it's just Germany has obviously good coaches. Not a surprise, but meanwhile we travel a bit more. We go to different countries. That was not always the case in the past. I think it took a while until German coaches worked in foreign countries, in other countries. Meanwhile, Thomas Tuchel is in Paris. I'm in England. We have in Dutch. We have the first German manager. Oh no, we had them already in the Spanish league earlier, a little bit earlier. So football is progressing, developing, and Germany made a few good decisions about football years, like around about 20 years ago, where everything changed slightly, where the youth system changed, and the coaching, education changed, and so obviously in the moment, German coaches are quite fancied, and yeah, good. I like them all. If I know them personally, I can say all the ones I know I like.
Okay,
really good.
We've got our remaining questions. I'm going to hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Babatunde, is that correct? You're unmuted. Yes. Would you like to ask your question to Jurgen, please?
All right, thank you. Evening, Klopp. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. So about tomorrow's game, you will be missing the creativity and passing accuracy of Thiago in the midfield, and the strength and area threat of, like you said, this best central back in the world, Virgil van Dijk. Now, playing against a compact and quick team like Ajax tomorrow, do you think you stand a chance without Thiago and Virgil van Dijk tomorrow?
No. Oh my God. We still will try. Yeah, we still will try. I'm not sure if are you journalist or did you come and jump in this thing? Yes, we will still give it a try. We will in the future maybe we'll miss Thiago much more, but so far we played only once with him. So before that we played without him, and he's a world-class player, 100%. But we won some games without him, and we'll give it a proper try. And about Virgil, we said pretty much everything. What I realize much more than not, you only realize that really when you have yourself a difficult moment, and you realize even in the questions, people are just not interested in what we are doing. It's for everybody, it's fun, and have a look, watch Champions League tomorrow night, and have a look how Liverpool will do this or that. So we will give it a proper try, I promise you. And no excuses for nothing. We know how strong Ajax is. We respect them a lot. We nearly played them in a semi-final 1.5 years ago, but that didn't happen. That's not our fault. And now we are here and play them. It's a wonderful city, great stadium, super team. That's exactly how Champions League should be. Apart from no supporters in the stadium, it's nearly perfect. And all the rest is normal football. You barely can play with exactly the team you want to play at the beginning of the week. because so many things can happen, and nowadays even more things can happen, and our job is to deal with it.
Okay, last couple of questions. Dave Maddock, you're unmuted. Dave, you're on. You can ask your question, please.
Hi, Jurgen. I guess you kind of suggested what your answer to this question may be. The previous question, that question kind of expressed what seems to have been happened. People are saying, "Oh, without Virgil, Liverpool's season is over," and the despair around that, and you know that obviously seems crazy, given that you're the number one team in the world, still the World Club champions. So what was your reaction to that? And also, will you be able to use that with your squad to say, look, guys, this is the people are writing us off, sort of thing?
I will not start reading now the newspaper, the news about us, just because we are now not in the best moment. It would be slightly crazy. So I couldn't care less. But I know I'm old enough, how you can see, obviously, and I know how the world is, and the people do that. And a lot of people speak before they think. A lot of people, but then it's already out there, and we try to sometimes, at least, to think before we do. And the situation. Yes, we are here without Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip, both not here. We still will give it a try. So, and what can we do now? Again, people can say what they want. That's a free world. But 3 weeks ago, I think they said we will run away. 3 weeks later, we are not even in contention for anything anymore. So, but that's football. That's the world right now. But we cannot be that excited about all the different estimations. We have to stay calm. That's what we try. And tomorrow you will see it the first time.
Okay, Dom King.
Oh my God,
Dom.
Come on, Dom.
Well, I was just going to say, Jurgen, I mean, in a situation like this, your squad has proven themselves to be very, very resilient mentally, and they can create a siege mentality to take their form forward. Just thinking that you could do that again.
Deal well with setbacks.
Yeah, I said it already. We will try. So why should I think? So why should I think that the boys cannot deal with the situation? But the number of questions you ask around it is obviously you all think we will struggle with it. Means we have now to prove you wrong, even when I'm not even interested to prove you wrong. I'm only interested in the best for Liverpool and for my players. And and that's what we try now. And hopefully the results we'll have in the next few weeks will calm you all slightly down, but I cannot promise it.
Okay. Last question, Chris Shaw, to finish the press conference.
Jurgen, you mentioned Joel Matip hasn't travelled. Just wanted to check, how is he and how else are you looking tomorrow squad-wise?
What?
Joel Matip hasn't travelled. How is he and how else are looking squad-wise for tomorrow's game?
We have a lot of players here, but some not. And Joel is one of the players we have not here. So it was always clear after the history that it's not likely that he will start again after the 90 minutes at Everton. Now we left him at home, but there's a good chance that he could be involved at the weekend again. Thiago is not here. Everyone knows that because you were just traveling. Don't know how long that will take. How I said, exactly 2 players suffering from the weekend, Thiago and Virgil, and Joel, but for different reasons. And but I like the team we can line up. To be honest, I might be the only one, but I like it, and I think we should give it a try.
Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you after the game tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.